I am Chris Rose. All right, Deion, I guess all those Jason Garrett haters are going to have to take the week off, huh?
Yeah. First of all, I'm excited that we start out with a tribute to the D.O. Double Jizzle.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. So I know it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show, baby.
I love it. You got energy. You'll be sitting up during the show. You'll be, pumping your fist. You'll be talking. Let's just get it going. Sunday Night Football. Buffalo Bills, since they last appeared on Sunday Night Football in 2007, the Steelers have been on 38 times. Are you kidding me? Josh Allen, would he get stage fright?
Why you do Buffalo like that?
No, I'm just reporting.
Why y'all do Buffalo like that?
Do you think I just make these numbers up out of thin air? No, the Bills, they win. They're in the playoffs. Josh Allen on 4th and 6 going for it, hitting John Brown for a 10-yard gain. I like the call by Sean McDermott. Let's go for it. And then 5 plays later. Josh Allen, you know what he can do? He can run it, Prime.
Yep, that's what he does. I love a quarterback, a big guy like that, young guy, but with the ability to not only throw the ball, but to run the ball as well.
His 9th rushing touchdown this year. Now Pittsburgh gets a little cute. That's Deontay Johnson, the wideout, taking the handoff and coughing it up in the red zone, so it cost Mike Tomlin's crew points. This one kind of a disaster from the onset because, that's James Conner who was handed off to him. He's not used to taking the snap, so the Bills end up recovering it. That's the problem. Third quarter, Steelers still down 7-3. Connor, this is a little bit better. How about the fake he puts on Micah Hyde, Prime?
Wow. Some of the best feet coming out of the backfield in the NFL. This guy has that wiggle. Look at that.
Woo,
sit him in the chair, break him off. Yeah.
17-yard gain, then 2 plays later, he comes out of the backfield, catches it. Boy, they've missed him when he's been banged up with that sore shoulder, Prime.
Yeah, he's a big-time player, man. He can make plays out of the backfield, running the football, catching the ball. He's a complete back.
Speaking of making big plays, Tre'Davious White, he's going to be an all-pro corner, ain't he?
Let me tell you something. This guy put his foot in the ground and broke on that thing like no other. Great pursuit by the big fella running them out of bounds.
Yeah.
Hold him to 3.
Yeah, that's Matt Filer, 6'6", 330 to save the touchdown. As you mentioned, held him to a field goal. Next Bills possession, Josh Allen for the second time in the last 3 seasons, and they also get double-digit wins in each season for the first time since 1999. So the AFC playoff picture remains unchanged. After Sunday, the Ravens are still the 1 seed, working it all the way down to the Steelers, who are hanging on to that 6th spot. But let's get to Buffalo. I get it. They're facing a third-string quarterback. You can say whatever you want. This is a huge win for a young team led by Josh Allen and an ever-improving defense.
I picked Buffalo today. I picked them for a plethora of reasons. 1, because they've been balling out all year. 2, because they could run the ball successfully. 3, because that defense ranked 2nd in the league is unbelievable. Playing against a third-team offense, come on. You got to go with the Buffalo Bills. And that not taking anything away from them. If they can throw the ball a little bit better, they're 28th in the league passing the football. Just imagine if they could cut that down to 14th or somewhere 10 to 15. These guys would be phenomenal. I cannot wait to see this game a week from now versus the New England Patriots. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that'll happen Saturday right here on NFL Network, by the way. Still, it's going to take a lot for them to win that division because they have to win not only next week at New England, but they have to win their final game as well. And the Patriots then have to lose Week 17 against the Miami Dolphins, so the odds are stacked against them. But let's look ahead. Let's say they're the 5 seed. They could go on the road, whether it's to a Houston or a Tennessee, and win because that defense travels.
Man, that defense travels. They got one of the premier corners in the game. They can get after the passer. If they could just protect the football today, they put the ball on the ground a couple times, running the ball offensively. They don't need to do that, especially we got Frank Gore sitting over there on the sideline, one of the best running backs that ever played a darn game. This team, I love them in so many ways, and I love the way they play for one another. I love the way they compete on each and every down.
Yeah, and Sean McDermott's done a great job up there, taking them to the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years. Kudos to them. We'll talk more about what this means for the Steelers a little bit later on in the show. As I mentioned, you can see the Bills. It's part of our NFL Network exclusive triple header Saturday. It all gets started with the Texans, who can win the AFC South with a win in Tampa. Then that huge AFC East battle between the Bills and the Patriots in Foxborough. And the nightcap, Deion, you, me, and LT, we're going to be together out by the bay. It's the Rams and the Niners.
We bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
We bringing the band back? We bringing the band back together?
The band is back together. Set the DVR now.
I love it.
Just in case you're a little late to the show. So there you go. Speaking of the Niners, they were involved in the game of the day. Kyle Shanahan and his crew, they clinched playoff berth with a win or a Rams loss in Dallas. We'll pick it up in the fourth quarter, 13-10. Kenyon Barner, you got to hang on to it, especially deep in your own territory. Niners pick it up. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback's like, I'm going to score. No, sit down at the one. Okay, well, it's close enough. 2 plays later, Jimmy G, after a pumped-up George Kittle's like, we got the ball. Shanahan calls Juszczyk's number, and he gets into the end zone. Niners are up 9 after the extra point is no good. Now, just over a minute to go. Falcons down 5 with the ball. Matt Ryan to Julio Jones, who had an enormous day, Deion.
First of all, you know he's going to get the ball. He's one of the only threats out there for the Falcons at this point, with really being out and injured. So he did what he was supposed to do. That was ball out.
Yeah, on 3rd and 1, he gets the ball inside the 5. 13 snags for 134. Now 8 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Ryan to Austin Hooper. He goes up, he goes down, he catches it. They signal touchdown. Of course, every score is reviewed, so let's grab another look at it. The ball hits the ground, stays good there, but then moves just ever so slightly. So upon further review, the booth overturns the call. So the Falcons still have another chance. And watch what happens on the very next play. Julio is going to get his number called, and watch the hit by Jimmy Ward right at the goal line. Now, keep in mind, Falcons don't have any timeouts left. They say he did not cross the plane. Ward kept him out of the end zone. Time runs out, but once again, we have another booth review. And indeed, the ball is over. It just has to get past a little bit of the white. Yes, Julio, that is indeed a touchdown. Kyle Shanahan can't believe it. Matt Ryan's like, yes, I beat my old OC. As for the Niners, not as fun as last week in New Orleans.
I mean, we don't play at our level, like we played last week or like we played all season. Anybody can get beat on any Sunday, and we definitely have to play better. I don't think we played at any type of intensity that we've been playing all year, and we got to figure out that. I wish I could play right now. So, yeah, that's a sour taste. I'd love to get out of my mouth right now, but we got 24 hours. Flush it, and we'll be back to work.
Roller coaster, obviously a lot of the highest of highs, and then a real big low there at the end. So it's tough, but it's football, man.
Seahawks had dreams of making the postseason. They would with a win and a Rams loss in Dallas. Of course, Seahawks were in Carolina first quarter. Russell Wilson, look at the touch on this to DK Metcalf, Deion.
Let me tell you something. Russell to DK Metcalf. Get accustomed to hearing these two names together for quite some time.
Yeah, and you can tell by the next-gen stats, they like living dangerously. Catch probability, 17% this year. It doesn't matter. We'll connect anyway. Next Seahawks possession, Russell Wilson to Tyler Lockett. Kind of a forgotten guy in this offense over the last month.
Yeah, great play call, great execution of a play. He kind of leaked out third read, and Russell put it on the money.
Hey, you know who we don't talk about enough? Chris Carson. This guy is a bulldozer, Deion.
Yes, he is. And when you could couple that with the way Russell Wilson is playing, you got a balanced offense.
Yeah, 24 for 133 and 2 scores. Christian McCaffrey, congratulations. First Panther player with more than 2,000 yards from scrimmage in a single season. That kid's been awesome. Now, it's a 6-point lead for Seattle. 2.5 to go. 3rd and 11. What's Wilson going to dial up? That'd be tough. That 120 receiving yards, more than his last 4 games combined. First down. And how about heading to the postseason, Russell Wilson and crew? That's exactly what is happening, because you take a look at the playoff picture with the Rams getting blown out down in Dallas. Seattle, not only did they clinch a playoff berth, they moved from the 5 seed to the 1 seed as of right now. Green Bay has punched its ticket. So too did San Francisco, although right now they are playing on Wild Card Weekend. So that takes us right now to the Mercedes-Benz road to the playoffs. Now, big picture here, Deion. The San Francisco loss is not huge, because if they win out, which means Saturday at home against the Rams on NFL Network, then the final Sunday up in Seattle, they're going to be division champs. They're going to be the 1 seed. But who do you like more right now in the NFC? Is it the Niners or is it Seattle, and why?
I like the Niners because of their defense is impeccable. Their defense is one of the best in the NFL, and you could travel anywhere with a defense of that sort. They could run the ball successfully. Now, today, they just was one of those days. You don't need to go cry, watch the tape. Don't even watch it. You know what happened. You lost, all right? David beat Goliath. That happens sometime in the NFL. But there's no need to break the glass in case of emergency. These guys can really perform. I don't like Seattle because I don't like them defensively. I like them as a team, but I don't like them to go the distance, meaning to the Super Bowl, because defensively, they're not sound. I don't think they're executing. Russell is bailing them out. They have a phenomenal offense, but defensively, they're lackluster.
Okay, but you know it's a different animal up there in Seattle. It's a different place to play, right? Some places.
Not really. Not really.
Oh, come on, it's
Not
loud.
really.
How many times do we have a false start up there?
We get hyped up on the fans, the 12. Ain't nobody playing in the NFL care about no 12. Ain't nobody care about no 12. Everybody got a 12. Every team has a 12.
Stop.
We just gave them a darn name.
Oh, Deion.
No, nobody. I have never seen a player walk off the field and say, you know what, man, that darn crowd really made a difference in the outcome of this game. Ain't nobody care about that.
You've never
whatsoever.
You've never played in a play. Well, maybe because, listen, you played offense in your day here and there. Maybe it's an offensive thing because you have heard the number of times where linemen are so lost out there. Wide receivers, they can't hear anything when they're 10 yards away from the football. You're trying to tell me that it's not a huge advantage?
No, only a home field advantage people was with the Raiders. You didn't want your family to go there because you were scared they're going to get shanked.
Everybody take a deep breath at home on that one.
I'm sorry, I just told the truth. I apologize. Everybody, if you're an NFL player, you do not want your family members. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be better in Vegas. That's why they're going to Vegas. The Raiders fans are real.
Move on?
The Raiders fans are real.
How about a much safer
love me some
place
Raider fans
down there in Dallas, taking on the Rams? And this is wild from the coin toss. Listen.
It is heads. Dallas has won the toss.
Go defense. Defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
You want to kick?
We defer the second half. Yes.
Okay, you're going to kick.
Yeah.
Well, because Dak didn't originally say that we'll defer, he said we want to kick, we want to play defense. The Rams were going to get the kick in both halves. But the NFL eventually overruled that. Well, you could do that from replay official with an administrator.